In the tapestry of Christian history, few figures shine as brightly as the Apostle Thomas. His life, a testament to faith tested and transformed. His death, a brutal martyrdom that echoed across centuries. Join us as we delve into the dramatic life and miraculous incorruption of St. Thomas, a man who dared to doubt, a saint who conquered death, and an apostle whose story continues to resonate across millennia. Thomas, also known as Didymus, meaning the twin, was one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus. He is often remembered for his initial skepticism following Christ's resurrection. "Unless I see the mark of the nails in his hands and put my finger into the nail marks and put my hand into his side, I will not believe," he famously declared. When Christ appeared before him, offering his wounds as proof, Thomas's doubt transformed into profound belief. He exclaimed, "My Lord and my God," a declaration that resonates throughout Christian tradition. Following the Pentecost, the apostles dispersed to spread the gospel message to the corners of the known world. Thomas, compelled by the divine call, embarked on a perilous journey eastward. He arrived on the Malabar coast of India, a land steeped in ancient traditions and vibrant cultures. His courage in venturing into the unknown, his unwavering commitment to spreading the gospel, and his profound impact on the Indian subcontinent solidify his place as a towering figure in the annals of Christian history. Thomas, known as Didymus the twin, hailed from Galilee, a land of rolling hills and fertile valleys in ancient Judea. His early life remains shrouded in the mists of time, his origins a humble echo in the grand symphony of history. The Galilee of Thomas's youth was a region simmering with religious and political tension. The Roman Empire's iron grip on Judea chafed against the Jewish people's deep-seated yearning for freedom. It was in this crucible of anticipation and unrest that Thomas came of age, his heart attuned to the longing for something more, something beyond the confines of his everyday existence. The arrival of John the Baptist, a fiery prophet clad in camel hair, sent shockwaves through Galilee. Among those drawn to John's message was a group of fishermen, their calloused hands more accustomed to hauling nets than embracing spiritual matters. It was within this group of unlikely disciples that Thomas likely encountered Jesus for the first time. Whatever the circumstances, Thomas heeded the call, leaving behind the familiar rhythms of his old life to embrace the unknown path that lay before him. Life as a disciple was far from the ordinary. Jesus, the carpenter's son, possessed an aura of authority that defied explanation. He spoke with a power that silenced his critics and captivated his followers. Thomas witnessed firsthand the miracles that unfolded in Jesus' wake. He saw the blind see, the lame walk, and the dead raised. Day after day, they accompanied Jesus on his travels, absorbing his words, witnessing his deeds, and grappling with the implications of his message. As Jesus' fame spread, so too did the controversy surrounding him. The Pharisees and Sadducees, the religious authorities of the day, viewed him with suspicion and hostility. Undeterred, Jesus continued to preach and heal, his message resonating with the common people who flocked to hear him. Thomas witnessed the growing tension between Jesus and the Jewish leaders. Yet, through it all, Jesus remained resolute. He challenged his disciples to embrace a radical love, a love that extended even to their enemies. Following the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, the apostles found themselves entrusted with a monumental task, spreading the gospel message to all corners of the known world. For Thomas, the lot fell upon a land shrouded in mystery and allure. India. The journey would be perilous, fraught with dangers both known and unknown. Yet fueled by unwavering faith and a profound sense of purpose, Thomas set sail, leaving behind the familiar shores of the Roman Empire to embrace the unknown. He was an ambassador of hope, a bearer of light, venturing into a land steeped in ancient traditions, ready to plant the seeds of a new faith. The journey from Judea to India was not for the faint of heart. Thomas, along with a small group of companions, likely embarked on a ship laden with spices and textiles, navigating the treacherous currents of the Arabian Sea. They faced storms that threatened to shatter their fragile vessel, their lives hanging in the balance as waves crashed over the deck. Through it all, Thomas's faith served as an anchor, his spirit buoyed by the knowledge that he was on a divine mission. After months at sea, the rugged coastline of India emerged on the horizon, a welcome sight for weary eyes. Thomas had arrived on the Malabar coast, a region renowned for its pepper groves, bustling ports, and ancient trade routes that connected India to the wider world. This vibrant tapestry of faiths and philosophies presented both challenges and opportunities for Thomas. Undeterred by the unfamiliar surroundings, Thomas ventured inland, his heart filled with compassion for the people he encountered. He saw in the people of India the same yearning for meaning and purpose that he had witnessed in his own homeland. Thomas's approach to sharing the gospel was one of humility and respect. He didn't seek to impose his beliefs, but rather to engage in dialogue, to share the story of Jesus in a way that resonated with the cultural context of his audience. He performed miracles, healing the sick and casting out demons, just as Jesus had done. These acts of divine power served as tangible evidence of the truth he proclaimed, captivating the attention of those who witnessed them. Gradually, seeds of faith began to take root. As the number of believers grew, Thomas established Christian communities, nurturing their faith and providing guidance. He ordained priests and bishops, ensuring the continuation of the church's presence long after he was gone. Legend has it that among his converts were members of the royal family, their embrace of Christianity a testament to the persuasive power of Thomas's message. He is said to have built 7 churches in different parts of the region, laying the foundation for what would become one of the oldest Christian communities in the world. He had come to India not seeking wealth or power, but to share the treasure he had found in Christ, a treasure that transcended material possessions. The rapid spread of Christianity across the Malabar coast did not go unnoticed. Thomas's message of love and equality, while embraced by many, sowed seeds of discord among those who felt threatened by his growing influence. The Brahmin priests, guardians of the ancient Hindu traditions, watched with growing unease as Thomas chipped away at the foundations of their religious authority. Whispers of discontent turned into murmurs of dissent, fanned by those who felt their power slipping away. Their opportunity came in the form of a local ruler, a king swayed by their whispers of sedition and their promises to restore order. Summoned before the king, Thomas found himself facing a gathering storm of suspicion and hostility. The king, his face etched with concern, sat upon his ornate throne, surrounded by his advisors and the influential Brahmin priests. The air crackled with tension as the Brahmin priest, his voice dripping with venom, accused Thomas of spreading sedition and blasphemy. He pointed to the ornate statues of the Hindu deities that adorned the palace walls, their serene faces a stark contrast to the fury that contorted his own. "This man," he thundered, "seeks to destroy our gods, to undermine our traditions, to tear apart the very fabric of our society. He preaches of a foreign god, a god who cares nothing for our customs, our rituals, our way of life." Thomas listened patiently, his gaze steady, his heart filled with compassion for the priest blinded by fear and anger. When the opportunity arose, he spoke, his voice calm but firm, his words echoing throughout the hushed chamber. "I come not to destroy, but to fulfill," he declared. "The God I preach of is a God of love, a God who embraces all people, regardless of caste or creed. He is the God of your ancestors, the God who created the heavens and the earth, the God who resides in the heart of every human being." His words, however, fell on deaf ears. The king, swayed by the Brahmin's venomous accusations, remained unconvinced. The seed of doubt had been sown too deeply. Determined to silence Thomas once and for all, the king pronounced his sentence, exile. Thomas was to be banished from the kingdom, forced to abandon the communities he had nurtured with such care. As Thomas was led away, the Brahmin priest, his rage still simmering, spat at him, his words a final curse. "May your God protect you now, false prophet," he sneered. But even in exile, Thomas found solace in his faith. He sought refuge on a nearby mountain, a place known as Little Mount. There, surrounded by the beauty of nature, he continued to pray and preach, drawing to him those who had heard of his message of hope. The mountain, once a symbol of isolation, became a sanctuary, a place where people of all backgrounds could come to hear Thomas speak of a love that transcended all boundaries. It was here, on Little Mount, that Thomas would face his final test, a test that would mirror the sacrifice of his beloved teacher, Jesus. News of Thomas's continued ministry on Little Mount reached the ears of the Brahmin priests. Their fury, far from abating, had only intensified. They had hoped that exile would silence him, but instead, his influence seemed to grow even stronger. Consumed by rage and fear, they hatched a desperate plan. They gathered a group of fanatical followers and armed them with swords and spears. Under the cover of darkness, they ascended Little Mount, their hearts filled with murderous intent. They found Thomas at prayer, his face illuminated by the soft glow of an oil lamp. He greeted them not with fear, but with compassion, his last words an echo of Jesus' prayer on the cross. "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." The assassins, their hearts hardened against his pleas for mercy, fell upon him, their weapons piercing his flesh. Thomas, his lifeblood staining the rocky ground, breathed his last, his spirit ascending to join his Savior in the eternal embrace of God. And so, on that lonely mountaintop, the apostle to India met his end, a martyr for his faith, a testament to the enduring power of love in the face of hatred. The death of Thomas sent shockwaves across the Malabar coast. The king, realizing the gravity of his error, was filled with remorse. The Brahmin priests, their victory hollow, found themselves facing the wrath of those who had come to love and revere the apostle. In the years that followed, a magnificent basilica was erected on the very spot where Thomas breathed his last. The Basilica of St. Thomas, atop Little Mount, became a place of pilgrimage, a testament to the enduring legacy of the apostle to India. The story of his life, his teachings, and his martyrdom were passed down through generations, his message of love and equality echoing across the centuries. And though his earthly life had ended, his spirit continued to inspire, his sacrifice a beacon of hope for the millions who would come to embrace the faith he had so courageously proclaimed. Death, that inevitable curtain call for every soul, seemed to have different plans for St. Thomas. While his spirit ascended to join the divine, his physical form, instead of succumbing to the relentless march of decay, remained untouched, preserved by a power beyond human comprehension. This phenomenon, known as incorruptibility, is a cornerstone of faith for many, a tangible manifestation of the divine intervening in the mortal realm. Imagine, if you will, the stunned silence of the first believers who, upon visiting the tomb of their beloved apostle, found not dust and bones, but a body seemingly asleep, radiating an otherworldly aura. This was not the ghastly preservation of mummification, but a state of serene repose, as if time itself held its breath in deference to the sanctity it witnessed. Word spread like wildfire across the Malabar coast, drawing pilgrims from far and wide, eager to witness this defiance of nature's immutable laws. The air thickened with whispers of miracles, of a tangible manifestation of God's favor upon this man who had dedicated his life to spreading the gospel message. The incorruptibility of St. Thomas's body became a beacon for the faithful, a testament to the power of faith and the promise of life beyond the grave. This was not merely a local legend, confined to the whispers of a small community. The tale of St. Thomas's incorruptibility echoed across continents, carried on the winds of faith and the tongues of travelers, reaching the ears of emperors and popes, scholars and skeptics, each grappling with the implications of this extraordinary phenomenon. The incorruptibility of St. Thomas's body was not merely a visual spectacle, it was an immersive sensory experience. Those fortunate enough to be in the presence of his earthly remains spoke of a sweet, floral fragrance emanating from the tomb, a scent often associated with holiness and divine presence in various religious traditions. Imagine the gentle waft of exotic blossoms, a symphony of jasmine, sandalwood, and lotus filling the air around the tomb. This was not the cloying scent of incense or perfumes, but a subtle, ethereal fragrance that defied explanation, a fragrance that spoke of life rather than death, of purity and grace. This odor of sanctity, as it became known, further fueled the belief in St. Thomas's miraculous preservation. It was seen as a tangible manifestation of his holiness, a sign that his body, though earthly, had been touched by the divine. Pilgrims would often bring pieces of cloth, which they would touch to the tomb, hoping to imbue them with this sacred fragrance, a tangible reminder of the miracle they had witnessed. The scent, however, was not a constant presence. It would wax and wane, appearing at seemingly random intervals, adding to the air of mystery and divine intervention that surrounded the tomb. This unpredictability only served to strengthen the faith of the believers, who saw in it a sign that God's grace operated beyond human comprehension. Section 3. Mylappure's Marvel. The city of Mylapore, on the Coromandel coast of India, became the epicenter of veneration for St. Thomas. It was here, according to tradition, that his incorruptible body was finally laid to rest after being initially interred near the site of his martyrdom on Little Mount. A magnificent basilica, built and rebuilt over the centuries, stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of the apostle to India and the unwavering faith of his devotees. Imagine the grandeur of the basilica, its towering spires reaching towards the heavens, its walls adorned with intricate carvings depicting scenes from St. Thomas's life and martyrdom. Inside, the air hums with the fervent prayers of pilgrims from all walks of life, their voices blending in a harmonious chorus of devotion. The heart of the basilica houses the tomb of St. Thomas, a place of profound spiritual resonance. Here, pilgrims come to pay their respects, to offer their prayers, and to seek the blessings of the saint who had defied death itself. The air is thick with incense, the flickering flames of countless candles casting dancing shadows on the walls, creating an atmosphere of reverence and awe. The incorruptible body of St. Thomas, though not on public display, is said to be interred beneath the altar, a constant presence that continues to draw millions of pilgrims each year. For them, Mylapore is not just a city, it is a sacred sanctuary, a place where the veil between the earthly and the divine seems tantalizingly thin. Section 4. Across the Seas, Echoes of Incorruption. The fame of St. Thomas's incorruptibility spread far beyond the shores of India, reaching the corridors of power in Rome, the heart of the burgeoning Christian world. Emperor Constantine the Great, a pivotal figure in the early church, is said to have sent envoys to Mylapore to verify the authenticity of the reports. His curiosity piqued by the tales of a saint whose body defied the natural order. Imagine the scene as these emissaries, their robes adorned with the insignia of the Roman Empire, arrived in Mylapore after a long and arduous journey. They were greeted with a mix of curiosity and suspicion, their presence a testament to the growing influence of the Christian faith in this distant corner of the world. The emissaries, upon witnessing the throngs of pilgrims, the fragrant air around the tomb, and hearing first-hand accounts from those who claimed to have witnessed the incorruptibility of St. Thomas's body, returned to Rome with tales that bordered on the unbelievable. Their reports, though met with a healthy dose of skepticism, added to the growing mystique surrounding St. Thomas and solidified his position as a figure of immense importance in the Christian world. The echoes of St. Thomas's incorruptibility reached even the papacy, with several popes throughout history acknowledging the phenomenon and granting indulgences to those who made pilgrimages to his tomb in Mylapore. The story of St. Thomas's incorruptibility transcends religious boundaries. It speaks to a universal human fascination with the mysteries of life and death, the yearning for tangible proof of the divine, and the hope for a reality that extends beyond the confines of our earthly existence. Imagine a world where faith is not blind adherence to dogma, but a journey of exploration, where the boundaries between religions blur, and where the common threads of humanity, love, compassion, and the search for meaning take center stage. St. Thomas, the doubter who became a pillar of faith, the apostle who journeyed to the ends of the earth, the martyr whose body defied death itself, embodies this spirit of unity. His story reminds us that faith is not about blind acceptance, but about seeking truth, even in the face of doubt, and that the divine can manifest in the most unexpected ways. Whether one views the incorruptibility of St. Thomas's body as a literal miracle or a powerful metaphor, his legacy continues to inspire millions around the world. He stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of faith, and a symbol of the unity that can exist between seemingly disparate cultures and beliefs. The tale of St. Thomas, from his initial skepticism to his unwavering faith, his perilous journey eastward, and the miraculous incorruptibility of his body, is a tapestry woven from threads of history, faith, and human experience. It's a story that has resonated across centuries, transcending geographical boundaries and cultural differences, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of countless individuals. Imagine the countless prayers whispered before his tomb, the pleas for intercession, the tears of gratitude, and the quiet moments of contemplation inspired by his unwavering belief. His legacy is etched not just in stone and scripture, but in the very fabric of faith itself, a testament to the enduring power of belief to shape destinies and inspire generations. The churches he founded, the communities he nurtured, and the faith he ignited continue to thrive in India and beyond, a living testament to the impact of one man's unwavering commitment to sharing the gospel message. The San Tome Basilica in Mylapore stands as a majestic symbol of his enduring legacy, a beacon of hope drawing pilgrims from all corners of the globe, their hearts united in reverence for the apostle who dared to journey into the unknown. The story of St. Thomas reminds us that faith is not a static concept confined to the pages of ancient texts, but a dynamic force that continues to shape our world today. The incorruptibility of St. Thomas's body speaks to the human desire for tangible evidence of the divine. It's a belief woven into many religions, offering comfort in times of grief, strength in adversity, and hope amidst uncertainties. The enduring power of belief lies in its capacity to inspire and uplift, connecting us to something larger than ourselves. The legacy of St. Thomas extends beyond his incorruptible body. It's a universal message of love, compassion, and equality, a message that transcends religious doctrines and cultural barriers. Imagine a world where this unity is a lived reality, where compassion guides our actions and love serves as the foundation for society. This is the world St. Thomas envisioned. The journey of St. Thomas, from the shores of Galilee to the bustling ports of ancient India, continues to inspire millions today. It's a quest for meaning, a search for truth, and a desire to connect with something larger than ourselves. Inspired by St. Thomas, many embark on their own journeys of faith, embracing new experiences and seeking to make a difference. These journeys may take many forms: a pilgrimage to a sacred site, a commitment to social justice, or a leap of faith into the unknown. They are all united by a shared desire to live lives of purpose and meaning. The journey is just as important as the destination. It's in the challenges we face and the connections we forge that we truly grow. Embrace the unknown, trust in the unseen, and have faith that hope awaits us just beyond the horizon.